All right, all right. Hola a todos, ¿qué tal, cómo están? On va attendre que quelques personnes se connectent avec nous. Donc, j'espère que vous allez bien en ce mercredi. Son exactamente las 7, il est présentement 7 p.m. et nous sommes en train de nous connecter pour le live de ce soir, pour le en direct de ce soir, qui va être très, très, très intéressant. Encore une fois, pour ceux qui se connectent tranquillement, je vous souhaite la bienvenue. So, a huge welcome to all of you. Once again, here we are at the Intimate Wednesdays. On va laisser que les gens se connectent un peu. Let's let some people get connected. Give me a second. I'm just trying to make sure that we can see us live on Facebook, because it seems that, yeah, this is okay. This is okay. For some reason, let me see. Yeah, je pense qu'on est public. Ok, oui, on est live, puis on a mis ça public parce que parfois on mettait ça privé, puis je me trompais. So we're using a new software. On est en train d'utiliser un nouveau software. Et ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va partager. Présentement, on est dans École de danse Alejandro. On va partager ce live sur mon... excusez-moi, ça sera pas long. Sur ma page personnelle. Share to... all right. Traten de, chicos, traten de nada más quitar el volumen de su teléfono para estar seguros de que no se oigan doble. Por favor. Por favor, por favor. Ok, donc, allô tout le monde, buenas tardes, hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Bonsoir, encore une fois, on est ici à notre en direct Alejandro Dance TV, Intimate Wednesdays, les mercredis intimes, sí o sí. Esta noche es especial. Well, I mean, every night is special, okay? But tonight is a little bit more special y especial en español, porque hoy tenemos a dos personas que apreciamos muchísimo. On a deux personnes qu'on apprécie énormément. Et ces deux personnes-là se sont joints ici à nous il y a quelques mois. Ils vinieron de Toronto. Ce sont des gens qui adorent la danse. Ils ont chacun leur emploi, bien sûr, de tous les jours, pero a ellos les encanta el baile. Y tenemos ahí a un IT consultant y tenemos también ahí a un profesor de español. Entonces, without further ado, let me just share them on the screen with you. Permítame tantito. All right. Let's see how this works. I love this new technology, eh? Woo! Ok, veamos. And here we are, sí o sí. Give me a second. Hi. Hola, chicos.
Hola.
¿Cómo están?
Bonjour.
It's like, you know, it's your soulmates, you know. Hola, chicos, los dos. Hola.
We did not rehearse that, though.
Yeah, that was good. That was pretty good. You know, it's a video, so, you know.
So, pour ceux qui se connectent, encore une fois, bueno, primero que nada, ¿ustedes hablan francés? La verdad no estoy ni siquiera seguro de eso, o qué tanto hablan francés.
Je comprends français, je peux parler en français, mais je dois pratiquer mon français. Yo puedo hablar en español. I could speak in English too. So it's gonna be, you know, a mix. So that's why it's gonna be fun, you know. So I think we understand like French, so it's not so we've been taking classes, so I think we're good.
Yes.
You guys are good. You guys are good. I mean, it's not easy to switch from Spanish to French, English, and hey, saludcita, mira eso, a little glass of wine.
I'm just getting in the mood, So
you're getting in the mood. Yeah, you know what? I don't have mine, but it's okay. We'll figure it out after. ¿Cómo han estado, chicos? How have you been?
Very good. I think we have been, still dancing. I think we're pretty much lucky right now because we have each other. I know a lot of people now are struggling because there's no partners. But yeah, like I think we have been lucky during this time that we had time to like focus on ourselves and really work on the things that we wanted to do. So we haven't really stopped dancing with each other, which is good. It's a good thing.
Actually, it's pretty good. Like we could just say like, actually we've been like doing like the normal like training, the normal classes. So but that's good for us because honestly, like actually we've been personally, like, for me in the beginning it was super hard, like this pandemic. I will say I'm super social person, and like being at home like the whole time makes me not angry, but makes me sad, and because for me I need that connection with the people, right? So it was really hard for me actually. I've been working on try to manage that, right? So try to balance right now, and even though like we're working like at home, I've been taking time for ourselves, like to being working in that part, like in that social part, right?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was hard. Yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, we miss everybody.
Yes.
I'm sure it's something, especially because you guys, I mean, you what is it? It's been a year, no, or something. Just right before it hit, you guys decided to come to Montreal, and and that must be something. I mean, you've been in Toronto for I don't know how many years, and all of a sudden you wanna just move to Montreal, and then this whole thing happens. So how do you manage all that?
Yeah, so actually for us it was a big sequence of changes. So we decided to move here because of a work opportunity I got, and we also we were already training here. We were traveling actually before moving. We were traveling like probably every other week to Montreal to train. And definitely it was hard. Like only after a few months being in Montreal, then we had to be home. And we didn't really, got a chance to really settle and connect and really do the things that we were planning to do. But hey, life happens. So we made the best out of it, and we kept going and trying to stay motivated. I think that's the biggest challenge that people probably are facing right now in general, to stay motivated, because it's hard when you don't have that, as Alex said, that social aspect to it. It's hard to stay motivated, right?
Yeah, of course. Oh, well, at least, por lo menos siguen bailando, siguen rumbeando, and I mean, when I met you, this is how I had an image of you, which is a couple of full of flavor, de sabor, cuando estaban bailando, y full of love, full of connection, and full of chemistry. Y bueno, I mean, let's talk about that. Let's talk about no, right?
Whoa. Carlitos. Okay, wait. Before we going through that, I just want to say, I'm like comfortable right now, so I'm very good. I just wanted to say, like, you were like the first person actually, when we were having like those thoughts, or we going to Montreal. I remember like you was actually the one then actually call me and like text me as like, oh, do you need something? And honestly, like for us, that was huge, right? And I really appreciate that. That's why every single time when I was actually talking with Yhessika, oh, Carlos, we love Carlos. Like, bro, like nosotros te queremos mucho. Like, we love you. It's not like regarding dance. It's not about dance. It's more like as a human being, as a person, because we were so new here. Like, we didn't actually know people, and you were the one is like, okay, listen, do you need something or that?
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. So, te queremos mucho y muchas gracias por eso. Sí.
Well, the appreciation is mutual, and I mean, whenever you guys need anything, you know how it is. We're here. Y gracias. Thank you for accepting also the invitation. And this is also, I mean, we invite. Désolé pour ceux qui parlent français. Je vais essayer de faire d'échanger un peu. On essaie d'inviter des gens, un des professeurs ou des danseurs qui ça fait longtemps qui sont dans l'environnement, mais aussi j'invite que ce soit des gens qui prennent des cours ou que ce sont des étudiants ou des gens qui font de la compétition comme Alex Yes. Et donc, je voulais commencer, si tu veux le voir comme ça, avec eux, parce que ce sont deux personnes que j'apprécie énormément. Puis, ils mettent de l'ambiance. They put a lot of good vibes wherever they go and wherever they are. So this is why I asked you to come. So let me ask you, because let's start right away. I know this is something for mostly for Alex, but like we say, right? No hay un mejor hombre que sin una. No hay un buen hombre sin una mejor mujer, ¿verdad? Entonces, I know you have. Look at her. She's like, yeah.
That's
right. That's good. I love it. So now tell me. I know you have a company, Alex. What is your company about? And I think it's important that a lot of people not only know that you guys love dancing, pero qué es lo que hacen detrás de todo eso. And so that people can actually get to know you much better. What is your company about? What do you do? What's the name?
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you very much. So my company, I'm the owner in the Open Spanish Canada, right? Basically, we offer, it's a family business because we're working. I have a group of people. A part of the group is from my family, Yhessika, my brother Kevin. He is also working with us. And we have a really good team. So that's why I'm saying it's a family company. Then we offer like Spanish classes, Spanish like tutoring, like for different levels, like beginner, advanced people, or people who wants to improve, right? So, and basically when we offer a course, it's not just a normal course, right? So we work with like, it's as a tailored program, right? So we design the program for like each people, right? So it's a different purpose because some people they have, for example, we have like a program for like travelers, or we have actually a program for like dancers, right? And yeah, and that's the cool thing right now. Yeah, so we have actually from the community of dancing, we have like so many people, even instructors. And people who is like been taking classes with us. Yeah. So and that's about that. That's our business, and yeah. So it's mostly like español for like every level,
Okay. Now, when you say, porque me intrigaste aquí. When you say that you give classes for dancers and for or anybody. ¿Cuál sería la diferencia? What would be the difference? What is it? What is that extra thing that you give, that you offer to people?
Yeah, maybe I can take that one.
She's like, she was just waiting. Yeah, yes.
Ya, todo controlado.
Yes. Like, the important thing is that we realize that you learn more efficiently when you like the things that we're talking about. So if, for example, you're someone that has interest in dance, right? The language will become more relatable to you if we're talking about dance, right? So the base will be there. So what we do is that we offer a 30-minute assessment, complimentary, for everybody that wants to just try it out and see if they like it. So at that point, we assess your level, we understand your likes, your dislikes, and that way we can tailor the program to you, to that specific person. So that makes it more interesting for the person, and it builds consistency, and they start like building that emotion into it.
Yeah, and actually, I would like to add something. And I remember one of my students, he's my friend as well. He's not from the dance community. He's actually from soccer, and that's what I'm gonna add as well. Like some of the people they don't know, but I'm a Spanish teacher. But like when I was living in Ecuador, my profession it was like I was a professional soccer player. That's why for me it's like a mix of everything. And my friend, he's been playing with me soccer, and he decided like to learn Spanish, right? And I remember one question of him. It was like, okay, why I should to take your course? Because I have like, or I can go to any other course. Like, what is the difference, or what is the thing that you have it and other people they don't have it, right? And wow, like that makes me think, and I was like, yeah, that's true, right? Because if you see like right now or even in the past, you have so many courses, right? But like for us, it's more like to create like that confidence or in yourself, right? And also like and like because Spanish or every other topic, every other language, you're gonna learn, but like that confidence, then we're gonna work on it like through the course. It's something that I'm telling you that it's super important when you're learning something. And that's why sometimes I take in the example of dancing, right? So that's the perfect example, right? And I'm using like when I'm teaching, right? So like Spanish, right? That's why for us like those two like things, dancing and teaching Spanish, they are related for us, right? We are creating, that relationship between those.
That's actually very nice, and also I think it's important. And now we're just focusing more on the people that dance, right? Es importante que la gente también sepa qué es lo que baila, ¿no? Like, what are they dancing on? Is it like what type of music? Is it more romántica? ¿Es una salsa dura? And what do you think about that?
Yeah, well, for me, it is important. It's funny because one of our students talked about that in our last social event, virtual, of course. So and it brings and it opens my eyes to understand what I'm dancing, because if you listen to the lyrics but you cannot identify what they're saying or the feeling behind it, because also like how they say it is very important, it's going to become a completely different dance, right? So for me, I connect a lot to what the music is playing, but also what the singer is saying, because you can interpret it in different ways. But if you don't understand at all what they're saying, it's going to become a little bit more difficult to interpret that song, whether it is socially, in a performance, in a competition, like anything, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
actually,
of course.
that's true. That's true. So you're actually gonna have another idea, where like because sometimes like the singer of the song, it's talking about like something specific, right? But I'm not saying like you should to know every single like phrase or no. It's just in general, right? So just to know, oh, okay. So this song, because sometimes like, oh, I have like this million of questions about bachata, and it's like, oh, why bachata is like so heartbroken, and they're just talking about love. Or sometimes, you know what happened, they tell me, oh my god, like this song is so fun, but when you see the lyrics, it's like, oh my god, so sad. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, can you see the contrast, right? But that's why it's good to know, it's good to know those keys, right? Those palabritas in español.
Yeah.
They're gonna make you like, it's gonna change your life,
I've always said it, once you really understand the lyrics, I wonder if people would continue to dance. Especially when it comes to reggaeton, when it comes to reggaeton, that's something else. Oh, yeah. This is some but anyways, let's just keep it on the musicality, all right? I don't know if you saw, no sé si vieron, pero por ejemplo, Joanna dice, love the leopard outfit, Alex Flores.
Mira, esta es la chaqueta de la suerte. Match with your lover, That's why, I bring the bling bling and everything. No,
bling bling.
Fashion.
Yeah, honestly, like I really love in general, I love fashion, and it's good. It's good to look good. We're trying to, Yeah, no somos tan
He loves being extravagant.
Yes.
No. Normal.
Yeah. Yo también tengo unas cuantas así, pero no siempre. A veces trato de ser un poquito más reservado, más conservador más bien. Pero, and then you have also la Cami, el Hamid. Hola, hey Hamid, comment vas-tu? Ça fait longtemps. Ça fait vraiment longtemps. Andreita, ¿qué pasa, Andreita? ¿Cómo le va, chica? If you have any questions, si tienen alguna pregunta acerca de su vida en general, para Alex y Yhessika, no duden en postearla aquí abajito nada más. Just post it and then share it, and then for sure, even if it's something really personal or anything like that, about their Spanish classes as well, this is also why we're here. I just want to remind everybody que the purpose of the Wednesdays interviews, l'intention, c'est que les gens ils puissent connaître tous ceux qui font déjà de la danse, qui en ont déjà fait, and whatever they're doing in their lives, and probably some of them, like for example Alex and Yes, that have their company, and Alex company, and then Yes, who's she's the neck of it. It's that face. I like the face. Okay. It's important also that you guys know about that. So there's always good references. So entonces si quieren aprender español, if you want to learn Spanish, this is where the reference is. Now talking about that, how do you juggle with that? I mean, as we can call it as two entrepreneurs, and everything that you have your own job, Yes, and then Alex con el baile también, y luego esto. How do you juggle with that? What is a day of Yes and Alex like?
Very busy. No.
Actually,
very busy.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing. But honestly, I think like you make time for the things that you love to do. So you find a way around it, and you push yourself to, make room for the things that you want to do. So in this case, for example, I'm assisting Alex with the social media and the website. So I focus on that. And then he can focus his effort and energy in the classes. So I think divide and conquer, that's one thing, and also make time for the things that are important to you, whether it is dance or your business, your family, your job. As long as you love it, you're gonna find the time. You're gonna find the time for sure.
Yeah, dime, Alex, dime.
Okay, no, that's true. Like we've been like actually trying to find the time because, for example, like dancing for us right now, it's something that I'm not gonna take away of my life, like never. So the day since I discovered like dancing or this amazing community, is now it's part of our lives, right? So and through that is we're trying to fix for example our schedules and try to keep doing like this thing that makes us happy and makes us give us confidence and like way before we didn't have it, right? So that's why like dancing it's always in our lives. And also in terms of our schedule or in terms of my day, sometimes it's a little bit crazy because like Yhessika, she's working as it's a normal job, right?
It's a 9 to 5
job, but for me it's like it's super flexible. I'm gonna use the word flexible because I have like classes during the morning and then afternoon, but right now I have classes at night, like for example like 10 p.m. to 12, and the next day I have to wake up earlier because I have to go and practice, or I have a rehearsal, or I have another class. So we're actually I can do all of those things because I love this. I love teaching. I love like inspiring people. I love teaching and help people like getting like their goals or like through my experience, right? And that's one of the things that's like, okay, I don't get tired to doing this. And even though it's like late, I have like sometimes classes they finish like 1 a.m. and it's like, okay, so I need to wake up early. And no problem because it's something that I love it, right? So I love it. Like I'm just putting like my granito de arena and with the people, right? So So I feel like that's part of my purpose that I've been discovering like through the years and this like in this career as an entrepreneur, right? So and for me it's like a combination, right? So sometimes I've been learning about her, and I think it's like vice versa, right?
Yeah, we learn from each other all the time. That's very good. That we're working together in many different projects. Is the business, is life, is dance. So wherever you go, you help each other succeed. So
now that you're talking about that, because you're saying that it's fun because you guys make a great team. What is it right now that you can tell to each other that inspires one another? Like what Alex inspires you from your wife, and what inspires you from your husband? So están casados, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Yes.
4 años.
Okay, so 4 años. Oh my God, that's nice. That's very nice. So tell us what inspires comment tu poses la question? Qu'est-ce qui vous inspire l'un de l'autre? How do you say that in English? What inspires you from one another?
What inspires you from your partner, from your significant other?
From the partner, yes. Okay, sorry, from the significant other, yes.
So for me, I can say that Alex, like the main thing that made me fall in love with him was his respect for people. Like I remember when I met him at the studio and he would say, "Hi, how are you?" He will engage with every single person as if they were his friends. And that just inspired me so much, because sometimes we are afraid or like we put up these boundaries that, don't allow us to connect with people. And I felt he was so natural. He would come and feel the energy from the room. That's one thing. And the second thing is how hard he works. Like from the time I met him to now, how much he has grown and kind of chase his dreams, and whatever he puts his mind into, he goes and chases it. That inspires me every day.
And now that's very nice.
That. Oh wow, that's
okay.
No, yo sé que tengo mi as bajo la manga.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much, babe. I really appreciate that. Like for sure, like coming from you. And for me, the thing that actually inspired me like every single day of my life is that passion than you have for like handle things, or because like I know I'm like sometimes I'm a difficult person, like but you know, it's in like she can make me happy, like, or she can explain me things like in an easy way, so she has like that simplicity, like to, you know, to figure out things. Then for me it's like, ya me morí, like, oh my god, it's like a big problem.
Drama.
Yeah, it's a drama, and it's like no. She's like, listen, like, oh, we should do this, and that makes me so happy, like it makes me like the best person, right? So she makes me, like I could offer like the best of me, right? So that's why I could say like the passion of hers, like it's amazing. So it's here. Está aquí. No. I cannot change.
I never thought Alex would be like that, actually. Pero wow, right. I mean, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So entonces tú eres la que lo calma, yes.
Sí. Many times we all go through this, and I think like a lot of people, when they watch this, if they're a couple, like sometimes you know, your partner is up or down, and then you try to support them and see how you can make things better for everybody, right? So thank you.
Yeah. I think like that mental work, then we've been doing this like as a couple. For me, it's incredible, like, because, you know, just a short story, like before we met, I was working in other things, in other industry, right? Imagine like I was working in a construction, right? So because that was the thing then that time I had, right? So, and I remember one day she was like, okay, but like, what are you gonna do? And I was like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, yeah, what are you gonna do with your life? And I was like, oh, you know, I have this job and everything. But you know what? Doesn't mean I didn't have like goals in that time. I was afraid. To say, listen, I want to open my own company. I want to do this. I was, you know, just follow like that pattern I just had in that time, right? And I was like so afraid to say, listen, so I don't want to do that anymore, because that's something that it's not make me happy. It just makes me like sometimes like miserable, right? It's like, oh my god, I have to, you know, wake up early to do this. But like she changed that. She changed like the way that I was thinking in that time, right? And she just gave me like in that time the power and say, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go for it, and I'm just gonna take it and do it, right? That's what I was trying to say.
That's very nice. That's I think you guys complete each other. ¿Cómo?
Sacó 20 puntos. Bueno, sacó 100.
Sacó 100. Yeah, para otros 15 años más. Let's go. Yeah. You see, we have some comments. One from Rajan. By the way, Rajanita, ¿cómo estás? Thank you. I wanted to tell you, Rajan, thank you for taking the virtual classes last time. I hope you had fun. So she's like, I haven't been long in Montreal dance community before COVID, and I understand how you guys feel about not having the chance to really hit it. But you guys, wow, I'm impressed by how quickly and nicely you guys blended. Yeah, I mean, this is it's very impressive from them, you know. And I remember when when, like I said, we go back to what we said at the beginning, right? Cuando nos habíamos contactado allá desde Toronto y luego then we, you guys came to Montreal. Then when this whole thing happened, I was like, oh my God, I was thinking about you guys at one point, and I was really kind of like, un poquito preoccupied, wondering, how are they gonna, what are they going through right now? But I mean, Rajan, exactly. You look at them right now, and this is exactly what it is. They're an amazing couple, just like Andrea is saying, una hermosísima pareja, and definitely they're an amazing couple, and it shows right away, how much you guys support each other. But like any other couple, right? There's always good and there's always bad moments or hard moments. So Andreita, she's asking, who holds the grudges the most or the longest? ¿Quién es el que guarda más rencor normalmente en su pareja? ¿Por cuánto tiempo? Look at them. That was a good question.
Wow. I don't know. Like, you tell me.
Me? No,
I think
I think it depends on the situation.
I think when it comes from like dancing, I think it's myself.
Yes.
And okay, I'm not saying I have a good reason. No, it's not.
I have a good reason.
No.
That's good.
No, it's just because, like, for me, like, So this is something I'm gonna clarify, like, for everybody that it's gonna watch this. Like, dancing, like, for me in this moment, it's my passion. It's the thing that I love the most. But for me, I'm taking serious. Like, dancing, like, for me is like, it's not like, oh, I'm taking like just classes. No, for me it's like, if I'm taking classes, if I'm dancing, it's because I want to get better and I want to improve, and also like in terms of competition and everything, because I know that the question comes from that part. Yes, sometimes I'm the person that's like, I'm super, like,
you're the most competitive. Because of course, like, he comes from the soccer environment, and that is very competitive, and I can understand why he's always like, no, we gotta win, we gotta do this. So I understand completely, like, how he, like, whenever, because in competition we all know sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't, and it's part of the process, right? So I think it is hard. Is it hardest for him to, like, get over those hurdles?
Sorry.
But I'm always there for him to help.
To answer the question, it's myself.
Yes.
He admitted it. Bravo.
It's myself.
Oh, look at that. Wow, very nice. At least you admitted it, man. So like a question that probably goes a little bit with that. What would be, if we were to ask you, what would be the one thing right now that you couldn't live without right now? Just the one thing, one for Alex and one for Yes, just in general.
Dance. I would not be able to live without it. Yes, dance. For me, is dance.
For
is
me,
there a reason why?
For me, it's just that I get to set my mind off everything. Like, it's just my escape. It's been my escape for 5 years, and I just love it. I just love that feeling of listening to the music, feeling it, and like letting you wash over. I just that's my happy place. Like, dance is like my happy place. So if I don't have that, then the world is gonna end for me. No way.
It's worse than a pandemic. ¿Y tú, Alex?
For me, I'm gonna stay with dance, and the reason is since the day I just discovered this amazing like community and also like dancing, I cannot like take away from my life. No, I'm not gonna be the same person as now. That person who is like happy, who is like like trying to help people, to inspire people. Like there is, like for me, it's dance. I'm just gonna admit something. In some point, I had to choose between like dancing like or soccer. In that, in this time I went for dance. Yeah. So that was a really hard decision.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah. So I admit it, and so that was a big decision for me.
We have something in common. I never played professionally, but I played soccer for 25 years. And then at one point, I remember I was already dancing, and I was starting to get cramps on my legs and then my knees, and I was like, "What is this? I'm so young, and I'm having all these pain." And then at one point, I just went, "You know what? That's it. I'm just gonna stop playing soccer and let's start dancing." And from then on, hasta ahorita, la única vez que toco el balón es cuando voy a jugar foot golf. You know what foot golf is?
No, like football golf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, te voy a llamar en una de estas, a lo mejor, Alex. It's outside. It's like playing golf, but you play golf with your feet, and you play in a regular golf field.
Cool.
And all you gotta do is just kick balls. That's how you play the kick balls. But it's fun. It's honestly, it's really fun, And then we sometimes, we kind of like bet stuff here and there, but it's fun, And that is the only time. But ever since, I can understand you, and it must have hurt you when you did that, porque sobre todo si es algo que te llena y fue tu vida. No sé cuántos años estuviste jugando soccer, pero prácticamente yo creo que toda tu vida, ¿no?
Yeah, like actually I've been playing soccer like it was like 15 years. Okay. And actually I just want to add something as well. When I told her I was a professional soccer player, and that's the truth. Like so many people like, so many people lie, right? It's like, I did that in my country. Now, but like when I told her like, I did that, she Googled me. You know what I mean? And I was like, because
I did my research.
Yeah, because if you Google me, if you Google me, or if you go like to the Ecuadorian Federation, because by the way, I'm from Ecuador, you can see like my profile and everything, right? But she did that, and I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't know, but so it was super, super hard. And you know what? And it's funny because so many people from that part of my life, when they saw me like, in a costume with a bling bling and everything, oh my God, they just make jokes. Like, friends, like fun of me, is like, hey bro, oh my God, you're wearing this or you're doing this and this. Yeah, bro, this is my life now, It's different. But I mean, people from soccer, yeah.
You say, that was my day life. Now this is my night life, right? It is actually that. It is actually that. Oh man, that's good. Yeah. Look at Rajan is asking us, whose social dance is more hardcore? Is it safe to say Alex? I've seen Alex a lot, but I haven't met you yet in person.
Yes, he's the social butterfly.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's because his schedule permits it more. I think he is very, like his schedule is a little bit more flexible. So he used to go social dancing a lot more than me. I will go out on the Friday or the Saturday, but during the week for me, it was definitely really hard. Definitely I will say Alex is the hardcore social dancer.
We
miss that. I miss it. Honestly, I wasn't going as much, but now I'm like, I want to go.
Yeah, you know what? I think because I went like so many times out like for social dancing. I'm not saying I'm good now, but yo bailé, yo tomé, entonces I was okay,
I'm not saying I'm good now, he says.
That was a good question. That was a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. If you have any more questions, remember, because I'm actually, I just put here that I'm actually doing a raffle for the best questions or the most creative question. I'm gonna give away a T-shirt for Triple G Movement and Alejandro Dance. By the way, I wanted to share with you. Je voulais vous partager cette nouvelle. I know a lot of you guys watched the Triple G movement last week. Was it last weekend or the week before? Oh my God, it just went so fast. Yeah, the week before, and of course, Alex and Yes, they did the huge favor to share with us also their choreography, their latest choreography. So by the way, yeah, the news, les nouvelles, c'est que every new season. So là, c'était le printemps. That was spring, and then for the summer, it falls on the 20. Let me just go back before I forget. I think it falls on the 26th. Yeah, the Saturday, the 26th of June, and this I'm also sharing with you guys, Yes and Alex. We're doing the second summer Triple G edition. So it's gonna be probably a hybrid. Depending on, because I see that there's a few things that will be opening soon. I saw that a festival is opening soon in September. So probably we will be having that hybrid, which means half virtual, half in person, if not fully in person, if not fully virtual. So I'm already letting you know, guys, also. So you if you guys have a new choreo or something that you want to show us, Yes and Alex, go for it, and we'll share it with everybody.
Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure. Actually, yeah, it's cooking like something new, Yeah. It's
look at that.
Something new. Sí.
Is it like, do you like what the Rock is cooking or what the leopard is cooking? Yeah, that's good. Okay, so it's been a great hour with you guys, but before we finish, I would like to ask a more personal question. We always do like the intimate question, right? For the intimate Wednesdays, pour les mercredis intimes. It's nothing too big, okay? We don't want to make everybody. We don't want to crash the platform because everyone wants to know. But let's say, for example, for personal question, what would be the biggest fear that you guys have in common? And I said in common. And what would be your lifetime goal? Why not in common or just separately? Not separately, meaning like separately, but what is your lifetime goal, Alex, and lifetime goal? Yes.
Yeah. So fear. I would say like not being able to dance with each other anymore.
Yeah.
I need to be the biggest, like, I don't know. I would say that. What do you would say?
I don't know. Well,
I don't know.
The biggest fear, like, I feel like in some point, like, just to like I'm talking about like in some point, then probably like or something happened and we don't feel like we're going to like in the same direction.
Yeah.
Like as a couple and also right. Like professionally, I feel like that's one of my biggest fears, right? And like say one day, oh listen, so I think I don't wanna do this with you anymore, or I feel like you're going to another different direction. Yeah, I think that's personally like one of my biggest fears. But like we're learning, this is life. It's something that I feel like personally we need to enjoy the moment, right? So we need to enjoy the moment, and the situation that's happening right now, I feel like teach us like to enjoy it and also appreciate while we have it, right? Mm-hmm. So that's for me, and I feel, I don't know if you.
Yeah, no, that was beautiful. I agree with that 100%. And it is like This whole process, this whole year has taught us so much about ourselves, to understand better, like, and appreciate even more what we have. So I think, yeah, definitely that will be a big fear, like not being able to go in the same direction anymore.
And what about your lifetime goal?
Lifetime goal. Wow. For me is to be successful and whatever makes us happy or makes me happy. I think for me, it's not so much about what you end up doing. I think the success is measured, in my opinion, by how happy you are doing whatever you're doing. So I think for me, it will be being happy in whatever I'm doing at that point. That will be my success.
Yeah, and actually for me, I'm gonna take some of the words, and I could say yes. My main goal, like in life, is being happy. So be happy with what I'm doing, right? But in the same time, to be able to inspire and also to motivate those people, right? They sometimes are like following you or like seeing you or like watching you like growing up, right? So it's more of that. It's like to be able to help with the tools than we have or I have right now. Then it's dancing and it's Spanish or even soccer or as a person, right? So I feel that's one of I've been discovering, because in this life we've been discovering what is your purpose in this life, right? It's not just having a job, right? It's like what you can offer like to others, right? So I feel is that, yeah, to be able to help those people. See.
That's very nice. I mean, I think everybody that watches you right now. Sorry, let me go back to the camera. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, it's this new. Yeah, yeah. I think everybody that's watching right now shares the same opinion as I do, and you guys are growing dancers, growing couple. I mean, you've been together for a while, but you continue to grow, and it shows so much in your in the complicité. How do you say that in the complicity?
Complicity.
Yeah, that you guys have, and honestly, just like you say that you have people that inspire you and push you. I mean, you guys are an inspiration for a lot of us, and hope you guys continue. I hope to continue seeing you on the dance floor for many years. Pour que vous continuez de faire de la compétition également, des spectacles à droite et à gauche. And I also hope that this is not going to be the last time we're going to have an interview with you. Probably next time we can have it at the studio with a nice little glass of wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
We would love that.
You never know. You never know. So definitely we will be keeping in touch. I myself thank you a lot for this amazing interview. I also want to share with everybody, next week we have someone that is very I'm pretty sure Yes and Alexander appreciate that person a lot, and that person is going to be Jennifer Okoye. So she's going to be For those who don't know Jennifer,
you could do the interview in Spanish, because Jennifer, she speaks Spanish.
She speaks Spanish.
Yeah, she with us as well. Yeah.
De hecho, la quería hacer en español con ustedes, pero no toda la audiencia habla español aquí, ¿no? Pero we can of course do it in Spanish. She's now in Mexico. Pour ceux qui ne connaissent pas Jennifer Okoye, elle est l'organisatrice du Canada Salsa Congress. She's the organizer of Canada Salsa Congress. If you've never been, this is an event that you have to go to. Anyways, we'll be talking more about that, but she's going to be with us next week, Jennifer Okoye, and she's actually right now in Mexico. So I don't even know if she's gonna be at the beach or I don't know where she's gonna be. But she says that she'll be there with us talking. And she's actually one of your teachers, right? Yes, and Alexander.
Yeah. She was one of our first teachers. Actually, she did my first assessment for the school.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. She must remember. You can ask her.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to work with her. So actually, personally, I really thank her because when I came to Canada, so I was passing, a little hard time, but she was the one who was like helping us and helping me like personally. That's why I really appreciate her like so much. Yes,
we love her.
Yeah, we love her. We love her too. We really appreciate her. And well, once again, thank you so much, guys. I repeat for everybody. This is Alex, and yes. Remember to go and see Open Spanish Canada, right?
Canada.
Yes.
Open Spanish Canada, ça c'est la compagnie de Alex et de Yes. And if you guys want to learn Spanish, this is where you have to go. C'est là qu'il faut aller. Moi, je vous le conseille. Si vous dansez de la danse latine, vous devez faire le plus possible pour que vous appreniez à parler espagnol, because it is the best way to understand and to connect also with the singers, the lyrics and everything. So thank you very much, guys. Les mando un abrazote.
Muchas gracias a ti. Gracias a ti, Carlitos. Y nos tomamos un tequila ahí. Nos tomamos un tequila la siguiente vez.
Claro que sí. Andreita et Rajan, je vous ai pas oublié. Merci pour les questions que vous nous avez envoyées. We're going to be doing that raffle next week. We're not going to be doing it tonight. We're going to be doing next week when Jennifer will be with us. So thank you. I have you on the list. You guys posted the most creative questions, which I really loved. And we'll be there for next week. Dale, chicos.
Dale, cuídate, muchas gracias. Bye, chicos.
Un abrazo. Bye. Cuídense. Triple G Movement. Hasta pronto.
Igual.
Let me see. Give me a second.